So when you meet your twin flame in this life, the first sight you will be like, she's the one. So when you get deeper into, then you will understand she's not the one. There's a world of difference between spiritual awakened and spiritual awakening. There is a price to be paid for every level of consciousness. And when you step into such kind of higher things, immediately your good karma will be nil. The majority of the people are just consuming content. That's hard to. Spirituality must be experienced. Once you experience, there is something called aura. Once you experience, there are chakras. Then you are getting more aligned to spirituality. This kind of, if you're taking actions, then you're slowly stepping into the creator. So if there's a problem, if you can change your inner world, that change can reflect in your outer world very easily. Because everything is energy. All of the science are asking about this, like where is our mind? So when you are overthinking, your thought chakra is actually building up. But if you are taking spirituality seriously, then the role of guru is a must.
So are spiritual people actually more egoistic?
So we'll be learning more advanced spiritual knowledge, some esoteric teachings and all. Then we feel like we are better than most people. Then you are in the trap of spiritual pride. Then your downfall is destined.
Hello, welcome to yet another episode of Spiritual League Podcast. Hi.
Hello.
So bro, spiritual awakening is something we hear a lot about these days. So what is actually spiritual awakening?
So in this new age, most people are saying about the spiritual awakening. They are boasting actually. But the thing is that if you have a small intention to know more about spirituality, or if you have any intention to read a spiritual book, or if you are doing some meditation, just the basic thing, then actually you are stepping into spirituality or spiritual awakening. The thing is that that's not spiritual awakened. There's a world of difference between spiritual awakened and spiritual awakening. So if you are starting to read a book, spiritual book, if you are just curious about it, if you are very curious to know more about spirituality, so you are browsing in the website about spirituality, or you are watching YouTube videos about spirituality, all these are the signs that you are entering into a spiritual awakening. So spiritual awakening is a long process. It can take multiple lives to complete your spiritual awakening. So if you are drawn into spirituality in this life, there may be connection. Like in the past life, you are a spiritual person or something like that. So in this time, when you reach the age of 20 or 25, a sudden awakening happens to you. But the thing is that if your time is up, you get this calling and you will be seeing multiple repeated numbers, 11, 11, 22, 22, and these kind of things are happening. And you are very drawn to spirituality. Everything is happening, but you are not taking action. If you are not stepping into spirituality, then life has another method. Like life will make situations to make you enter the spiritual path. So that may be like having some grief or suffering or some magnitude type of breakup. This kind of things can happen.
Okay, that was actually my next question for you. That is spirituality, like do people have to suffer to enter into spirituality, or is it?
Actually, if you are not trained in the proper way, then you will suffer. That's for sure. The thing is that you are a spiritual seeker, and the first thing you will be doing is like you will be browsing more about spirituality, these kind of things. So in the energy world, what happens is that when you are searching or when you are connecting to this kind of spiritual realm, immediately a high downpour of energy happens to you. Okay. So basically in pranic healing and all, we used to demonstrate, like if a person sits before you, from his head an energy cord passes to the higher world. It's called a spiritual cord, or we can say antakarma in Sanskrit.
So everyone has this.
Everyone has this antakarma or the spiritual connection. So it's from your crown chakra. It's directly connected to your to the higher worlds. It is connected to your higher soul, to your divine spark or Paramatma. It is connected to the ultimate, the supreme God. So from there, this energy downpour is happening. So when you are chanting a mantra, or when you are seeking spirituality, when you are reading spiritual books, immediately what happens is that heavy downpour of energy will come. The person who has just entered into spirituality may not be properly purified. They may not consider the purification, because purification is not that attractive thing. Like if you say law of attraction, it's very attractive. If you say twin flame, it's very attractive. But purification is not that attractive. When the heavy spiritual divine energy enter your body, everything in your body, in your aura, in your chakras will get magnified. In your aura, in your chakra, there is energy of anger, irritation, or jealousy. All these things get multiplied
So
and
that's
magnified.
what you mean by impurities.
Yes, and all the energy, like if there's anger, we have thought forms of anger. There will be thought entities of anger. We have feelings, emotions connected to anger. We have even traumas connected to that anger. All these stuffs are there in your chakra and in your aura. So if we haven't done that proper purification, this will get magnified with the divine energy. Because the divine energy doesn't know about which is good and which is bad. It will enter into your aura and it will magnify everything in your body. Even these negative qualities get magnified.
Okay.
So if you are a person who is having anger and you had done this kind of heavy spiritual meditation, then your aura will be magnified and this negative tendencies also get magnified. And this energy is attracting similar situation, which is what we call the law of attraction. Because what you are sending out to universe, the similar situations, the similar people, these kind of things will happen to you. So if your anger is very small and you do the spiritual practices and your anger is magnified, such a great or big energy you are sending to universe.
Okay.
All your entire aura is completely vibrating in that kind of energy.
So a person need not actually be suffering to enter to spirituality if he has done the purification.
Yes. And two, there are multiple things. Like one is purification, the another one is karma. Because there is a price to be paid for every level of consciousness. It's a quote. It's brought from, I think it's from Alan Watts. You are a normal person, okay, and you are trying to learn some advanced technique, which is only in the world, in the whole world, only 5% of the people know that technique. Because most of the people are not aware of spirituality. And from the people who are aware of spirituality, only very few percentage of the people are stepping into spirituality or just following any school. So when they follow the school, when they get the advanced teaching, they are not only paying the money to get that teaching, they are paying a heavy karma, their good karma which they have generated by from their life for receiving that knowledge. When you step into such kind of higher teachings, immediately your good karma will be nil. So what the hack is like, when you get these higher teachings, you do the charity work and you help the people who is very needy. You can help the people who are in orphanages or the old age homes. So when you do charity or when you give food or other items to these kind of people, you are generating kind of good karma. So this can immediately balance. Like you will
So
be.
is that what we say about, we hear that with great power comes great responsibility?
Of course, it's great for that is like a school, okay, and there is difference of power for each soul. So when you get into more spiritual practices, or there are plenty of techniques which is so powerful. So when you get exposure to these kind of higher techniques, end of the day you can serve a huge amount of people. You can radiate your energy. These kind of things are the esoteric teachings. But when you get into that position, then you will be having greater responsibilities. So it's always challenging. It's always there's a risk factor always is there. But what happens is that it's about your surrendering. When you surrender to whomever the God you're following, maybe it's Jesus, Buddha, or Allah, whomever you're following, if you're surrendering to that supreme power, then miracles can happen. You can withstand the storm actually.
Yeah, so you spoke about karma. So karma is real. Whatever you give, you get back, right? But we often see that some people, they do many bad things, but still they succeed in life. So what do you have to say about it?
The previous podcast also we said about like we are in the physical realm, right? And in the physical realm, we are using this physical body to do all the things. And what happens is that one fine day we will be leaving our physical body, just our physical body. We must understand we have 7 bodies.
Okay.
And only when we leave the physical body, that's what we call the death. Okay? So in one reincarnation, we spent just 10% of the time in the physical body. The rest of the time we are spending in the astral realm, then we are spending in the mental realm. Then only we are getting back into higher soul. It's like a cycle, like a reincarnation cycle. Then only a reincarnation cycle will be completed. What happens is that we will be incarnating in the physical body, we will be doing many things which will be good, which will be bad, and we are generating qualities, we are generating karma, these kind of things. Only when you get purified, you can go back to the higher soul.
Okay, so you're talking about life after death.
Yes. So when we die, and this person who has died is very attached to their worldly possessions, he is a very materialistic person, or he have very negative qualities like he is very anger, he is looting some people. These kind of qualities are there. With these qualities, he cannot go back to his higher soul. Heaven and hell, it's not like gift. It's not like a gift from God. It's about purification. So when you leave your physical body, immediately you are in the astral realm with your astral body.
Okay.
And you need to wash out these things. So for a soul which is very crooked or which is a very bad person, they won't let go this kind of things very easily. So their life can be like hell. This is what the people or the religion says hell.
Oh.
It's like a purgatory. It's like a cleaning process actually. Because it's not cursing them, it's not about making them suffer. That's not the intention. It's about cleaning them. It's about purifying them. But they are not ready to purify. So they will be drawn to the physical realm. They will be drawn to their worldly possessions, my house, my bank balance. It's kind of they will try to stick on with the physical realm, and that can really make them suffer.
So you're saying that a spiritual person should not be materialistic?
We must find balance. So we are here, we are incarnated, and all the worldly things are here. These are created to enjoy. We need to enjoy, but don't get addicted to that. So when you get addicted to that, then there are like many entities are there who will catch you and draw more to that addiction. At some point, it's beyond your control. That's why most of the people are suffering. They want to quit smoking, they want to quit drinking, they want to quit gambling, but they can't do it. That means already these entities are in full control of their physical body, astral body, and a mental body.
Okay.
So if they decide like tomorrow I will stop all my gambling, these entities can't live, because that gives a certain energy, that produces certain energy in this person. If he is gambling, at that moment he is winning or he is losing, that can produce a certain kind of energy in his body. And these are food for these kind of entities. So these kind of entities will draw him more and more to this gambling or drinking alcohol and these kind of things. At some point, when this person thinks like, I will be quitting this completely, or I will be quitting this alcohol, and he will be going to some rehabilitation center. At that time, he will be completely stopping his tendency for alcohol. But what happens is that when he meets his old friends again, when he starts the drinking process again, immediately these entities will kick in. So that's why most of the people say, don't start again. When he quit the alcohol completely, these entities are not getting any food. They tried a lot, but this guy maybe in a hospital, maybe in a rehabilitation center, he has no option to drink and all. So they are not getting what they need. So these entities just leave his body completely. So he is free from the addiction.
Okay.
And when he meet the old friends, when they have the party again, then there is an entry, there is a passage opening
So
for this.
At that point, is he still in control, or is the entities controlling him?
Entities can easily get control on him. Because maybe the first or second time, maybe he is in control. But there is a high chance he will lose his control much faster than other person, comparing to other person. Because the pattern is there, the pathways are there, and we are getting energy, we are giving energy, we are giving food to these entities again. So that's why most of the people are suffering. Like they will be quitting their alcohol for 2 or 5 or 7 months, maybe a year and all. But just starting once they will be again in the same scenario.
So we hear about spirituality everywhere, like there is healing, manifestation, awakening. People are always talking about all this. So actually, are people transforming or they're just simply consuming content?
The majority of the people are just consuming content. That's hard truth. If such a huge amount of people are really taking action, then the divine plan can manifest very easily. Because there is something called divine plan, or there is something called a spiritual hierarchy. There are many things like that, and they are always waiting for people to show up, to do the action. We have a life chores, we have a 9 to 5 working cycle. We are always busy. We don't get enough time to practice a simple meditation. So what happens is that we are not taking action. We are continuously in the loop. Like we will be feeding content, we will be consuming content, we will be busy in our world. But without taking action, without experiencing spirituality, there is no point. Spirituality must be experienced. Healing must be experienced. Like if you go into some pranic healing school, in one day itself you can feel the energy. You can feel the aura. You can feel the chakras. So if you experience that, then it's transforming. Otherwise, if someone says it just say to you like spirituality is nothing like spirituality is like bogus, it's about spam and these kind of things, maybe you will also think like that. But once you experience, there is something called aura. Once you experience, there are chakras, and how that chakra gets activated, you can experience that. Once you experience that, then you are getting more aligned to spirituality. When the atheist says something against spirituality, you will say, okay, very good, namaste, thank you. So that kind of awareness must be developed only by experience.
So do we really have control over our life, or is everything already fated or decided?
You can live life as a creator or a victim. If you are not taking any action, if you are not doing any law of attraction practices or any manifestation, if you are not setting your goals, if you don't have any vision, then you are living with a life's proportion. You are becoming a victim. When you live your life, if you see some beautiful events to someone you like, then you will be happy. If you see someone you hate, or if some negative situations happen, you will be sad. So the environment can take total control of your mood. It can make your mood brighter, it can make your mood suffer, like everything can happen. So at that time, you are a victim of your environment. So you can switch that. Whatever your current scenario is, if you have the great vision, or if you are pursuing something beyond your ordinary life, if you are taking action for that, if you are manifesting, if you are meditating, if you are taking actions, then you are slowly stepping into the creator mode. And at that time, you are using your free will. You are not aligned with your destiny. You can change your destiny with that.
So you're saying that we are only creating our suffering as well?
Yes. Actually, why we suffer, we need to understand. Because there may be a time where we can take the right action, or where we can avoid such a difficult situation. But we didn't take any action. We were sleeping, chilling, enjoying Netflix and chill. And at that time, the final thing happened. When the suffering ends, we are all over the mind. Oh my God, what's happening? So this kind of situations we are making, right? So life is always uncertain. Suddenly, if a breakup happens, what will you do?
What will I do? I'll just
So yeah, it's okay to be, but we need to take action. So what I suggest is that we can try healing. There are multiple ways. If there's a problem, if you can change your inner world, that change can reflect in your outer world very easily. So what I suggest that at that time, if you are trying the healing, because most people are not aware of such a pathway or such a method of healing. So if you do healing at that time, immediately within a few days, you can completely change the vibration. You can completely change your mindset, your feelings, your thought forms, ideas, everything.
Yeah, that would be great. If I knew this earlier, I could actually had a better life, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Because most people doesn't know about these kind of things, and it's totally magical. I do consultation, like one-on-one consultation, and I know how people will behave. If a breakup happens, this person will be totally into those memories, those thought forms. What we do is that we will be completely erasing these kind of things from their body, from their aura, and it's very easy. And the thing is that there are techniques, and most people are unaware of these techniques. Because everything is energy. If you have a great memory with that person, with your ex, that will be a thought form. Okay? If you had some good memories where you went for some movies or some parks or dating and anything, all these are there in your chakras and in your aura as thought forms. So if you decide, like from tomorrow, I will not think about this ex, these thought forms are still there in your aura, in your chakras, and that will trigger again. These can literally control your emotions and your thought process. So what a healer do is that they remove all these kind of thought forms, all these kind of emotional energies. So suddenly, after 2 or 3 days, if you see that text, that trigger won't happen.
Okay.
But sudden trigger, these kind of things can happen, but that won't be happening because these kind of thought form, these kind of unwanted things are completely removed from your system. So we need to take action. We need to step up.
Okay. So if our thoughts can create a reality, sometimes we can't control them. The chakras are also responsible for that.
Definitely, because there is a question like, where is our mind? It's a basic question. All of the science are asking about this, like, where is our mind? So in the yogic philosophy, there is something called manomaya kosha. What we say is like the mental body. So there is something called the mental body. It's like an aura. Because we have our physical body, and beyond that we have something called astral body, and beyond that there is something called mental body. So this mental body, if it's contaminated, if it's filled with this kind of thoughts, negative thoughts, then you will be having a tough time. And this mental body has connection with your chakras.
Okay.
Your throat chakra is directly connected to your mental body. Okay. So when you are overthinking, when you are thinking about the ex-boyfriend again and again and again, your thought chakra is actually building up. So this is actually connected to your mental body. So that's also getting contaminated. And the next day, these stuffs are there, that stuffs are there, like a sleeper cells. Anytime they can get activated, and you will be again drawn to those memories, feelings. And so when we cleanse it completely, then you will not be triggered again.
Okay. So this is also part of the purification process that you spoke about earlier.
Yes. There are something called chakra cleansing. Most of the people doesn't know there is something called chakras. If you are living in America, if you are living in India, if you are living anywhere in the world, you have chakras. But most of the people doesn't know about that. And all of your chakras are connected to your physical functions, your psychological functions, and spiritual functions. So even your finance is connected to a chakra, which is the Mooladhara chakra or the root chakra. So if you have anything related to your finance, if you are not getting any jobs, or if your business is in trouble, or if it's connected to anything survival, if it's depending on your survival, then the chakra you need to work on is the root chakra or the basic chakra. So like that, all of the chakras have physical, psychological, and spiritual functions.
Okay. So when you say work on your chakras, do you mean healing?
You can go for a healer, or you can do the chakra cleansing. We have chakra cleansing meditation in our YouTube channel, and there are guidelines how to do this. So if you do this simple exercise, then you can see the reflection in your life. Okay, so it's very important to make your etheric body powerful. Then your outer reality will be magnificent.
People often say everyone has a purpose, but is that really true?
Of course, there are mainly two purposes. One is a soul purpose, one is a life purpose. The soul purpose is same for everyone. Okay, our soul purpose is to reach enlightenment. Reaching enlightenment is like getting the fourth initiation. For a fourth initiate, we can call him as a Paramahamsa, Yogananda. They are all in the fourth initiation. So the current target for our human beings is to reach the fifth initiation, which is the Holy Master.
So you're saying that everyone can reach enlightenment?
So everyone will reach enlightenment. Maybe in after 10 lives, 1,000 lives. Because it's like a wave. It's like a wave nature. So currently it's up to us. It's our duty to reach enlightenment. If we didn't reach enlightenment at a certain period of time, so in the next cycle, the current animals, they will all get promoted to the human kingdom. So we will be dealing with those souls, and at that time we will be the old soul, like we will be the person guiding them, because it's not about failure or success. If we are spiritually very high in this scenario or in this time, maybe we may be failures of the previous life, the previous cycle. So there is no point in getting someone like beyond or someone above or below, something like that. There is something like that.
So you're saying that past lives exist. It's not an imagination.
Without past life, there is no point in spirituality. We are generating karma with multiple people. In this present life itself, we will be generating multiple karma. We are generating bad karma with some people. We are generating very good karma with these people. And all this karma must be resolved. That's the main thing. That to whom we are generated the most bad karma, who we have written the most, maybe in the next life this person will come as our wife or husband and we will be having a tough time. And we will be blaming the God, oh my God, why you made this guy as our... It's actually our choice. We made the decision to neutralize our karma.
So that is what you call karmic partner?
Yes, karmic partners are the...
What about soulmates?
The normal scenario is like there is only one. It's not about one soulmate. We have multiple soulmates. Our cousins, our brothers, sisters, our good friends, our teachers. Maybe the people whom we are in a good relationship. All these people are, we can consider them as soulmates.
Okay. That means we choose our family before we are coming into the world.
Yes. Of course, it's actually your higher soul choosing your family. And you must understand, our entire life is like one day for the higher soul. So for him, it's not a big deal. We will be suffering here, getting beaten to the most bottom and all. These kind of things can happen, but your higher soul just don't care. We are
sad.
because he know we are just neutralizing our karma.
Okay.
So the thing is that higher soul is very pure but not perfect. Higher soul want to achieve perfection, so he need to add qualities. He or she, there is no gender in that. So that higher soul want to learn more qualities. So for that, the portion of higher soul is reincarnated to earth to learn the qualities. But what happens is that suppose we want to learn about love, compassion, patience, these kind of qualities are there, but we are fighting with our mother-in-law, fighting with our brother. So we have generated a lot of bad karma and we didn't learn the qualities. After death, we will be in astral body, then mental body, we will be going back to the higher soul. Then the higher soul will be asking like, what did you learn? I learned nothing. What you generated? I had generated a lot of bad karma. Okay. So to neutralize these kind of bad karma and to generate these kind of qualities, it's better to put you in this continent, in this country, with these peoples as your parents. So that decision will be taken by your higher soul.
Okay.
So higher soul is just considering the easiest way to neutralize the karma. So for that, we are suffering a lot. But for the higher soul, it's the fastest or easiest way. But the thing is that we may not learn the lesson in one life. We may just spoil the life itself by just gossiping, just wasting our time, just not pursuing the spiritual path. Just it's a life lost actually. So what we need to do is that we need to work on it. The self-work is so important. The development of qualities. You may be a person who is having anger issues, you may be a person who is having lot of irritation, frustration, these kind of things. Then that's not a problem. But before you die, still if you have this kind of quality, then you are a failure. We need to learn from the lesson. When a person enters the spiritual path, it's magical. Like most of the people, he used to get anger and these kind of things, but he is very calm now. Then that quality is inbuilt. Okay, he has mastered that quality. So this kind of things can happen, must happen.
So is it possible for anyone to come into spiritual?
For the young souls, it's always hard. Because we may be in the spiritual path, we are doing meditation, we are doing the self-work, gratitude journal, these kind of things. And it's working for us. And we are seeing the result. So what we do is that we suggest our friends or family these kind of things, and immediately our family will be asking, "Are you mad?" So this can happen because that souls maybe in age they are older than us, but in the soul quality they are very younger. So young souls, if we give that exposure to spirituality, these young souls, they may not feel that alignment with the spiritual things. So it's not about like they are bad or something like that. Nothing like that. There comes a time where these young souls get mature, then they can pursue the spiritual path. Otherwise, at this time when they are doing the spiritual practice, it will be too hectic for them. Let them enjoy, let them celebrate.
So what's the importance of a guru in one's spiritual journey?
A guru is like a very great shortcut. So I started my spiritual journey without a guru. What I understood is that what I took to learn in 10 years, with a guru, it's possible in 1 year. He will show the direction, he can show the real path. It's totally amazing. Because if you are taking spirituality seriously, then the role of guru is a must. YouTube is not our guru. Okay? Most people consider YouTube as a guru. In India, we have the Gurukul system. At that time, we will be serving the guru, we will be living with the guru, and it will be a tough call. Like guru will be make us do lot of hectic things, but it's about character building. We are building our character. We are showing reverence to guru, and then only these higher techniques are shown to us. But now it's always or totally available in the YouTube era premium courses.
So it's like a trial and error method.
Yeah, but you will realize one fine day, like, what's a guru? Then your spiritual journey will be totally changed. So I hope it happens soon.
But nowadays there are a lot of gurus available. So how do you know that if someone is genuine or not?
We don't know. Because if you are a pranic healer, you can scan. There's something called a technique called scanning in pranic healing. So you can scan like this person is the right person, or how big is his heart chakra. Or the heart chakra must be very big. And then only that person is so compassionate, he's connected to divine. We can analyze in pranic healing. For a normal person, he can identify who is a good guru or who is a manipulative one. It's very tough, but nothing to worry about. If you go to a fake guru, even that's your karma. Consider like that. You may be learning some tough lessons from there until you realize or you build a quality, something called discernment, to choose what's right and what's wrong. There are situations like that. Like our friends may be there, like in many scenarios, like they will be going to some worse situations and we will be guiding them. Don't go like that, don't go like that. We will be telling them 100 times. But this soul must learn like that way. We can't stop them. And they will go to that scenario, they will get all the things they have needed, and they will realize. From that realization, they need to master the quality of discernment. If still they didn't master the quality of discernment, the cycle will repeat again. Another fake guru will come. Fake guru. Nice.
That's interesting.
Yes.
But still, it's a relief to hear that our sufferings are actually karma.
Yeah, it's everything is connected to karma. Like if you are in the right path, everything connects. It's so beautiful. Immediately you will be in front of the right guru. He will be giving the right techniques. You will be doing all the sadhanas, all the techniques very efficiently, and all the beings will be there. They will be helping you from your astral world, everything. And there may be challenges, but you will be guided. So to achieve that position for that person, if we take that single person in his previous life, he maybe went to that fake guru.
Okay.
He maybe have this trial and error thing. So only with trial and error thing they can reach this kind of like a smooth path or a path which goes to the flow. They can all reach at that time.
So spirituality, actually it's supposed to give us freedom. But sometimes people become more dependent on the teacher. So what is that scenario?
So the teacher will be having so much of marketing techniques for that. I don't know about other teachers, but I went to pranic healing. Okay. So there we have our spiritual teacher as Master Choakoksui. And what happened is that from the first day itself, in the very first day, they will show you techniques how to analyze your chakra with your hands. You can literally feel your chakras with your hands. You can literally feel your aura. You can do the cleansing process. You can do the healing process. You can like experience how the chakra is getting increased, how it's getting changed, how the contaminations are removed. And you can, as I said, there's something called karma or spiritual code. You can sense that everything is, you are experiencing these kind of things. Okay? And after 2 days of this basic pranic healing, then you are healing other people
With just 2 days.
within 2 days. So that person is not dependent on the guru from them. The guru is there, guru is helping them, guru is guiding them. But that guru made this soul a powerful one. Now he can heal people. He can like transfer the energy to the world. There is something called heart meditation, where he becomes a channel for the divine energy and bless the earth. So there are plenty of techniques. So he can do that himself. So that kind of exposure, that kind of techniques, and that guru is making these souls powerful within 2 days. That's just the beginning. We have advanced courses, we have psychotherapy courses, and these kind of things are there. And these are just techniques, healing techniques for making us realize what spirituality is, how healing works. These are just the background scenarios. What real thing is that then we are going for a spiritual path. There is something called arhatic yoga, where powerful meditation techniques like arhatic dhyan is there, kundalini meditation is there. These kind of things are shown to you. But how master designed is like, when master master give us an exposure on these kind of techniques first, like when master give us a kundalini or the arhatic dhyan first, then we may not realize what's really happening, because we are not that sensitive of, like, most people are not that much pro spirituality, so it's difficult for them to understand what's really happening. But when we are exposed to healing first, then we know what's happening. When we try to heal someone and their suffering is elevated, then we are seeing the result. Then we are experiencing spirituality. So I think that's a better way. So it's okay. It's up to you to totally depend on your guru or become a powerful soul. It's totally depend on you. So this is what I think.
Spirituality is often about letting go of the ego, but sometimes it feels like the opposite. So are spiritual people actually more egoistic?
Yeah, it can happen. Like, we'll be learning some spiritual techniques, we'll be learning more advanced spiritual knowledge, some esoteric teachings and all. Then we feel like we are better than most people. Then you are in the trap of spiritual pride. Then your downfall is destined. So spiritual pride, we need to understand, like, spiritual pride can happen. So it's part of the purification. So in arhatic yoga, there is higher techniques for purification. So we need to remove our pride. Okay, so we can get into pride. We have no idea we are trapped in this kind of pride situation, and it can totally destroy everything you have made. So be aware of your spiritual pride and purify.
So detachment is often seen as a sign of growth, but sometimes is it just shutting down emotionally? Is it like a escape from the reality?
No, not at all, not at all. Because in 21st century, if you are practicing detachment completely, then your bank balance will be gone, your work will be gone, your job will be gone, everything. You will become a failure.
Even relationships.
Even relationship. So in this century, we need to find balance. We need to be a good husband, we need to be a good lover, we need to be a good entrepreneur for whatever your job you are doing, and we need to be a good spiritual person. We need to find balance. So I think that's the right way. So we need to find detachment too. Because detachment is like, it's detaching from possessions mainly. Because if you bought this iPhone 17 or something, and there are some rumors about the iPhone 18, then again you are, wow, I want that. then you are getting more and more attached to material realities.
So this is connected to what we spoke earlier, like spirituality and material, being materialistic, but not addicted.
You can enjoy, you can have party, you can enjoy everything now, but don't get addicted to that. Then these elementals, these entities will be coming and you can get out of control. So enjoy, have fun, and meditate.
Meditation is supposed to bring us peace, but sometimes does it make you too passive, like again emotionally detached? Or
Actually, it's not about getting past, it's about mastery. It's about taking control of your emotions, it's about taking control of your feelings. That doesn't mean you doesn't have any feelings. Okay? Suppose you are having a tough situation, if a negative scenario happened, you can have that panic thing. You may totally lose your mind but lose your mind for 5 minutes.
gaining control back.
Yes. Then gain the control. Like someone is in trouble. So when we say, oh my god, everything lost. That's not the thing. Then we must have. So if you are practicing meditation, in these tough times, you can have that awareness. Like, yes, something bad happened. What can I do next? Such an awareness is needed. That doesn't mean we are not liking someone or loving someone. Nothing like that. We are totally with them. We need to see them bloom. But if we are crying with them, they won't bloom. Even we won't help them. What we can do is that the awareness is a key thing. We need to be aware that yes, our temper is getting out of control. There are many levels of awareness itself. Like if some people, it's like they will be saying multiple things to another person, and that person will be brutally hurted, and this person will have zero idea that person got hurted. It's like level 0 awareness. It's not about they don't care and all. They doesn't know. They can understand. They are not aware of other people's feelings. And other categories, like they will be saying these kind of harsh words, and after saying that they will be aware. Oh, what I said is really harsh. This is second level of awareness, because they understand, they realize that what they have said is something harsh. And the next stage of awareness is like they are getting triggered, they are getting that emotions, they are going to burst out. Then they realize, oh, I'm getting my temper is getting high. So that's third level of awareness. Like they didn't say any harsh words, but they are getting aware. And the fourth level of awareness is what we need to choose. Like some people who is a very irritation person, he will irritate you for sure, and that person is coming. From that time itself, you will know, this person will surely irritate me. You have already have a clarity. Then you have such a clarity, then you cannot be irritated. Whatever this person say, okay, oh, thanks. So this person or this environment is not changing your inner reality. You are always in the creator mode. You are not victim of that person. You are not giving space to that person to make your mood spoiled.
People talk a lot about growth, but how do you know it's actually real? Can we measure our growth?
Yes, actually, with the help of pranic healing, there's a technique called scanning. And with that technique, you can literally measure. Like, you can literally measure how much purified you are. And when you are doing a heavy purification technique or meditation, and after that meditation, how much you improved, how much, you can measure anything, like how much your prosperity energy level, how much your spiritual energy level, everything you can measure. There are techniques, and this is the best thing which makes pranic healing different from others. If your friend asks for some money and immediately you can scan his root chakra or basic chakra, and if that friend doesn't have a strong or very small basic chakra, then better don't give any money. Because that person can't generate any money. His basic chakra, his chakra for generating money or finance is totally weak. So he can't give back your money. If the person's basic chakra is strong, then you can have the confidence. Like if you give the money, there's a high chance that this person can give back. Okay, so you can use these techniques in your daily life. Like it's become practical spirituality.
So we always hear people say, just let go. But what if letting go, like holding on, is easier than letting go?
Holding on is never easier. You may not have any idea what's really happening in your life, in your energy body. So when you hold on to something, or when you hold on to any situation, it can become a resentment. Okay, and that resentment energy is very contagious. So there is a chakra called the back solar plexus chakra, and this energy will be there in your back solar plexus chakra, and that will get deeper and deeper in your back solar plexus, and you will be totally unaware of that, and that can literally make your life devastated. So I think it's better to let go, and better to have a checkup with a healer. Like if you are holding on to anything right now, if there are any childhood traumas happen to you, if there is something, some breakup event or something traumatic, something grief scenarios, anything happened to you, that if you suppress those kind of emotions and feelings, that can turn into something resentment energy, and that may be there in your back solar plexus chakra. So if the help of healer, if you can completely remove that, then you can feel that lightness, or you can feel that positivity in your daily life.
So is that why people repeat patterns?
Of course. Because these energies are still there. It's stored and it's sealed there. Totally safe. And these are triggering these kind of scenarios, and that can repeat these cycles. Even as a situation happened from the childhood. So when we heal that person, if that person is in his 30s or 40s, that energies can still be there and still governing or controlling this person's emotions. So let go completely.
So
Be
holding
free.
on is like a comfort zone, right?
Actually, in the physical reality, you may feel so. Holding on is anything.
But
It's like,
about your awareness.
so it's like you're digging your own grave. It's like the end result will be more catastrophic.
So you've already spoken about healing. So is this a never-ending process, or do you have an endpoint to it?
Considering your endpoint, what you want to achieve, this may you like. You may be totally bright one fine day, you may be so much of positive energy, so much of these kind of things, you are very vibing, very high, and at that moment, the past karma will get triggered. And boom, you will be again. So this can happen until you neutralize all your past karma, all your negative karmas, and you have learned all the qualities which your higher soul is seeking. Then you are the safe zone. Then you can reach endpoint, and from there you don't need to reincarnate again, because you have mastered all the qualities. So there is no point here to learn more qualities. You have already mastered. So the law of reincarnation ends there. Then you have other duties in the higher world.
So everything is about karma resolved.
Karma resolvent and learning qualities. Because Earth is a school, we need to learn qualities. But our nature is like we need to have some spicy things happening in our life. We need to quarrel with someone, these kind of things. We are messing things up, and we are entitled to generate or neutralize this kind of negative karma.
Can spirituality help relationships, or are we just creating unrealistic expectations?
Not at all. If you are truly into spirituality, if you are doing your purifications in the finest way, and if you are doing the meditation, everything it's all good, then you can find union with your twin flame.
Twin flame.
Otherwise, if you are encountering your twin flame right now, you haven't done any purification, all the negative qualities are still present in your body, then what happens is that heavy karmic resolvement is there with your twin flame, and you both are not purified. So what happens is that there will be war. These kind of things can happen between you and your twin flame.
Okay. Even with the twin flame.
Yes, because twin flame is your first partner, and you have met your twin flame in multiple lives. So in some lives you may be cheating your twin flames, in some lives your twin flame will be cheating you, so heavy karmic baggage will be there. So when you meet your twin flame in this life, the first sight you will be like, she's the one. So when you get deeper into, then you will understand she's not the one. So that's because of this past life karma. If you both have neutralized your karma, then your twin flame journey will be much smoother, will be intense, will be beautiful, like that.
Do you think rituals have real power, or is the power really the belief itself?
Rituals are very powerful. Okay, so we have something like emotional abundance courses here, and we are practicing higher techniques to completely disintegrate all the negative emotions from our system. And we are doing that for 7 times. 7 times means 7 times. It's a ritual. We need to follow that ritual. The result is phenomenal. So that's how this ritual becomes powerful. So if there is some mantra or we need to chant some mantra for this time, we need to do that. There is something called like we need to do prayer exercise, or after meditation you need to exercise. It's a ritual. So if you can properly like do these rituals, the results are guaranteed. So rituals are very powerful. Take care.
So discipline is more important than
self-discipline is the key to all material success and spiritual success.
Okay. So can someone be deeply spiritual without any practices at all?
Yes, that generation is coming. Actually, there are people like that, and our younger generation, I have seen many kids. Their spiritual core and all is phenomenal. I don't know how this is happening, but they are like children of God itself. I don't know, they may be clairvoyant, I don't know, but if you ask me the same question, like what this kid do spiritually, this kid doesn't do anything. But in his previous life, he must have done something phenomenal. There is one more thing you need to remember. If the parents, if the father and the mother, if they both are in the spiritual practices, if they both are doing spiritual practices, or if they are like arhatic yogi or something, then their children will be divine. Because only children born to such parents, then only they can be properly nurtured, properly guided. They can really make a change in our society. Suppose if you think there is something called clairvoyance. Clairvoyance means you can see the etheric or the things which are not physical. If a child is born with clairvoyance, if the child is born to a normal family who doesn't have any idea about clairvoyance or spirituality or anything, then that child can be labeled as a mad person. Something is wrong with this child. They can be labeled like that. But only if the father and mother who is spiritually aligned can identify that, yes, my child is clairvoyant. He can see things beyond the physical realm. So that kind of guidance, that kind of nurturing can only be happen with the help of these kind of parents. So as a parent, or if you are going to become a parent, go deeper into spirituality, and the children born to you will be divine.